What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out one against Russian troops. Ukraine tank stops column. These are real tank duel footage by United 24. We've watched a lot of United 24 in the past, and they're a very, very good YouTube channel. If you want to watch footage out in Ukraine, they've got some of the best, and they're also doing a lot of good work out there, raising money and all that good stuff. So like always, there's links down below for everything with United 24. Go check them out. Go check out their website where they're trying to raise money and all that good stuff. Really, really important that you do that. I'm very excited for this one. I love these tank battles. I love watching this stuff. It just gets me excited. I mean, it's brutal and it's heart-aching because these are real lives, aren't they? But for some reason, it gets like my adrenaline pumped, which is interesting because, you know, I've watched aircraft stuff before and I watch a lot of boots on the ground stuff, which really gets you pumping, but you can't really watch too much of that on YouTube. Whereas the tank stuff really gets me going. Anyway, before we get started, like always, check out Chug, the channel sponsor, link down below. Yes, you might be like, Luke, your nails are painted. Listen, if my daughter wants to paint my nails, she gets to paint my nails, okay? I'm a good dad. Check out Chug, 10% off, link down below. If you want the best drinking vessel in the world, 10% off. You're not going to get a better deal anywhere else. People are buying these like crazy. I honestly don't know how they're keeping up with demand because I see the stats and they're selling a lot. Check them out, link down below. Also, check out Morale. There's the logo. I don't have the sweatshirt on because I'm in my gym gear. I'm about to go out for a nice trail run. Check out Morale. Listen, we're doing a good deed. We are really pushing hard with the underdogs in the drink and beverage industry, but we're trying to do something better for the world, right? Like you've got all these companies that are just, it's all about profits. That's all it is. Profits, profits, profits. Paying the CEOs an insane amount of money. That's not our cup of tea. What we're trying to do is take the profits and put them into something good, like getting kids outside. Kids need to be outdoors more. You know, I remember being a kid and I would literally leave home in the morning with my mates and I didn't go home until the street lights came on. Does anyone else do that? Maybe not in America because it's not really a thing in America, but like in the UK growing up in Manchester, I swear, like we were playing football literally from sunrise to sunset. And these days it feels like, I mean, I've got two kids, right? And luckily they go to forest school and they do all this other stuff. But there's so much more connection online. And that's great. You know, it has its own use. I believe we need to get kids outside. They need to learn the names of trees. And that's what we're trying to do in Morale. We're just trying to, you know, if we can get one family, one more kid outside, mission successful. Do you agree? Check out drinkmorale.com, sign up. And if you want to check out the podcast, it's Boost Morale on iTunes. And actually, I did say, let me pull it up real quick. I said to everyone, if you follow at Drink Morale on Instagram, I will give you a shout out. Now, I did that in the last video, and since then, we've had an insane amount of people who followed. So let's have a look here. We've got V the Great, Borderline, Real Billy Bigelow, Meme Received, Felix, White, Empowered Health, Butters, El Hernandez, Apax, ATR, TM Rund, Aero, Scrap Daddy Officials, YouTube, Marcus Watson Photography, 79743568S, Operator Banana Man, Kiamba 45, he's got a Scottish logo, legend. P Luke 231, James DC Ward, The Banky, The Spencer Bradley, Keel Quagley, Stephen Yates, Edits, That 987. Listen, we'll keep this up. If you follow at Drink Morale on Instagram, I will shout you out in the next video. Deal? All right. That took a while. That's the thing. It's going to get to the point where there's like an insane amount of people following and I have to do the shout outs and it's going to take like half an hour. All right, let's watch this. Let's see what's happening. Let's break it down. It looks like we've got one is it a tank? It looks like an M1 Abrams, but I might be wrong. It doesn't say what it is. It doesn't say what it is. It doesn't look like a Bradley. It's got too big of a barrel on it. Let's have a look.
A rare sight. A real tank duel on the battlefield. These are often unique episodes where heroism and skill take center stage. In this video, you'll see a Ukrainian tank.
Do you know what? I absolutely love United 24, but the voiceover, I think they need to do. I feel like it's too like home video compilation thing. I think it needs to be a bit more. Listen, United 20. If you want me to do the voiceover, if you want a northern British lad to do the voiceover, just give us an email. You know my email. We've chatted before. If you want me to do the voiceovers, let me know.
Standing alone against dozens of Russian vehicles.
Boom! Oh my
brave
god.
Crew repelling an attack by a numerically superior enemy. Unexpected ambushes where Ukrainian tanks crush the enemy.
What a hit!
Intrigued? Subscribe.
Subscribe. You should go over to their channel and subscribe. You'd be silly not to be honest with you. Yeah, obviously, this is footage out in Ukraine, guys. If you are military personnel, a veteran, or you work in any sort of law enforcement, or if you're on the front line of doing anything, or you're watching this with people who are, you know, medics, or policemen, or firemen, or anything like that, please just be aware that this is military footage and it could trigger some things, right? You just got to be a bit more courteous. You learn this stuff when you're in the military and you get it, but sometimes you just got to be aware of the people around you and yourself. Take care of your mental health, guys. If this stuff does trigger you, maybe just give it a pass, right? Maybe watch one of the other ones where we're just playing video games or something. Just look after yourself, okay?
Let's start with the ambush. 2 Ukrainian tanks are positioned in ambush, coordinated by a drone. They are waiting for the Russian tanks to enter the line of fire.
So there's actually one right above my head over here. There was an arrow. You can't see. If you can see my cursor right above my head here. There was one over here somewhere.
First hit.
Boom.
Second.
There you go.
The third shot. The tank bursts into flames.
Oh shit! Look at that. There's one tank
enemy
disappearing.
Survived.
Yeah.
He managed to escape. The Russian tank is advancing. But then,
boom, hits a mine.
Now it's an easy target.
Oh my days.
The Ukrainian tank has been waiting for the right moment this whole time.
The amount of
and
force.
Here it is. The
amount of force behind one of them shots is insane, isn't it? It's like terrifying that humans have created something like this. I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, I'm a big supporter of Ukraine and putting up the good fight. It's hard not to, you know, have that human empathy for anyone in any tank, right? There's a guy in that tank. There's probably a crew in that tank.
Ukrainians leave no chance.
Oof.
The Russian tank is destroyed.
Done.
The Russians try to stop the Ukrainians. The ATGM missile hits the ground.
Oh, it bounced
this
right.
Is clearly
Holy shit! It bounced right over the tank.
Visible in slow motion.
Wow.
Mission accomplished. Time to retreat. Another shot from the Russian ATGM team. This time, the missile hits a tree trunk.
Whoa.
The third ATGM team attacks.
Does it hit?
Another miss.
Oh my... how close was that?
ATGM team attacks. Another miss.
Wow.
The Ukrainian tank withdraws. And
that was 3 that nearly hit it then, and that was insanely close. You'd be doing 50p, 5p in that tank right now, wouldn't you?
Here's the diagram of ATGM shots at the Ukrainian tank.
Jesus. Shout out to United 24 for some insane
column
footage.
Of Russian armored vehicles is advancing. Tanks and APCs. There are dozens of them. Ukrainian artillery is trying to stop them.
Yeah, it's
but
quite a
the
few.
enemy keeps moving forward. Ukrainian tankers take on a...
It still absolutely blows my mind that we've actually got this footage. Like, this is on YouTube, and we're just watching this at home. Like, this is visuals that, you know, Grandpa would have told you about from a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? And instead, we're just sat here watching it on YouTube. It's still, I know it's been on for a while now, and YouTube's been around for a while, and we've had military footage on YouTube. It still blows my mind. Like, we've got 4K footage of a legit tank battle in Eastern Europe. Do you know what I mean?
Dangerous mission. The tank takes position. Notice how skillfully they operate. The tank hides behind a building, controlling this section of the road.
It's gonna hit, innit?
The first shot misses.
Ah.
Reload. The second shot.
Hits.
It's a direct hit.
Shit.
The column continues to move. The damaged APC is engulfed in flames. The Russians still don't understand where the shots are coming from. Take a look at how the Russian APC moves directly into the Ukrainian tank sights.
They're just firing
As soon
out
as
there.
it enters the kill zone, the Ukrainian tank opens fire. The tank fires, but misses.
They're gonna see it though.
One of the tanks is hit.
If they're not careful,
Under
it's gonna
fire,
get seen.
The column keeps moving. Some of the armored vehicles are destroyed. Hit that like button if you believe this bold raid by Ukrainian tankers is nothing short of heroic.
Whew.
Russian tanks are heading to attack Ukrainian positions.
If someone let me know what them chains actually do, is it just is it like, what do the chains, like, what are they going to accomplish? Because they're barely anything. Is it just for visuals, like, as in like so the it might be for drones. Maybe it's for drones, to prevent drones from getting to some of the soft spots. That might be what it's for. If you remember the tanks out in Afghan, they would have this like rail system on the sides, just vehicles in Afghan in general, and that was to stop RPGs from hitting and detonating when they do hit, so it would like stick in the rail. Obviously, this is a chain. I'm presuming it's for drones. Maybe it's for something else.
The Ukrainians spot them and prepare to respond. The Leopard moves into position and strikes. It's a direct hit. The Russians retreat. In these shots, a Russian armored group. A Ukrainian tank is positioned in ambush. There it is, and it attacks.
Hard visuals there, innit? Close, but didn't hit.
A direct hit.
Did it?
The tank
Was there a tank in front of it or something? I'll let it play.
Destroyed.
It didn't look like it hit, did
The
it?
enemy is now forced to retreat. A Russian APC makes a fatal mistake. It stopped.
Sheesh.
With a precise shot, the tank destroys it.
These drones, I cannot believe we've got a war where there's drones just vibing about. I swear, 2025 is just, it's getting weirder, and it's going to get even more weird with the insane speed that AI is moving at. You think warfare is crazy now? This is going to be so primitive to what war will look like in 2, 3, 4, 5 years because of AI. You watch. If the US got involved with any war, whether that's Iran or whatever, and AI is going to go as quickly as it is doing, I swear this is going to look primitive compared to what's going to happen. And it already looks sci-fi, doesn't it?
Mission accomplished. The Ukrainian tank retreats. A Ukrainian tank sets out on a mission to set up an ambush. The Russian tank does not notice the danger. It approaches rapidly.
It's going fast, isn't it? Jesus. It's right there.
One precise shot is
Oh
enough.
my days.
The enemy is destroyed.
Like, why were they not looking? Surely they saw that. I know the barrel was facing to the tank's, left-hand side, but surely it should have been aware of a fucking massive tank at the end of the road. Are the visuals that bad? Outside of these tanks?
A Ukrainian tank moves to meet the enemy. The first shot. Reckless
Hits.
Russian APC destroyed. Time to reload and fire.
I mean, granted, we're only getting like successful videos here, right? Ukraine has been hammered as well. That's the truth of it, right? Out there is probably footage of Russians absolutely smashing Ukraine to bits, and we've seen bits of that with boots on the ground. But when you do see these videos, it feels like a lot of the mistakes that happen are common sense. They could be avoided through just being a bit more switched on. Now, don't get me wrong, these Russian tanks, the lads in these tanks, they might be tired. Maybe they're not trained very well, because we know how much they're just throwing as many people as they can into the war. So maybe they're not trained extensively. Maybe they're tired, maybe they're hungry, maybe it's all of the above. But it just seems like it's common mistakes, common errors that are doing them wrong. I could be wrong. You could disagree with me, and we formed such a fantastic community on this channel in the comment section where we really do have a good dialogue about this stuff in the comments. And I like the fact that we have such a varied amount of opinions in the comments section. I love that. I love the fact that there are people with completely different political views having debates and talking military tactics. It's really good to see, and that's why I love this community. So get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are you agreeing me with it? Are you agreeing on me with this? Like, it feels like a lot of it is just common, easy mistakes. Don't get me wrong. It's a battlefield. If you're in a battlefield, you know, for the next 3 years, you're going to make mistakes. Like, it's just inevitable. You could have SAS lads. You could have Royal Marines. You could have US Marines. You could have SEALs. You're going to make 1 or 2 mistakes here and there. It's just the inevitability. It's just humanity, right? It's just being human. But you got to mitigate the amount of mistakes you do, and that's why you do training. It seems like a lot of these videos, it's a lot of mistakes. A lot of them.
Another APC eliminated.
But it's still moving forward. 2 tanks are gone.
And the enemy loses the will to continue the attack.
They're still moving forward.
This is a Ukrainian tank. It was sent to repel the Russian attack. And this is the Russian tank. It spots the opponent in advance and opens fire. A miss.
Where'd it hit?
A second shot. The Ukrainian tank responds.
Whoa!
In these next clips, you can even see the Ukrainian shell hitting the Russian tank.
Jesus!
The enemy is destroyed. Here's an unexpected encounter. There are only 20 meters between these tanks. The Ukrainian tank fires and hits the enemy.
Holy shit. I love United 24. I feel like this voiceover is just a bit too kind of excited about what is war footage at the end of the day. Look, listen, I love United 24, and I'm sure this person's trying his hardest with the voiceover, right? Like, I've no qualms against the person doing it. I just think it should be a bit more toned down and sensitive. If United 24 want to contact me and we can figure something out, we could do that. I just feel like it needs to just be a bit more, I don't know, it feels a bit tone deaf. Does anyone else agree with me? Don't get me wrong, I love this channel. I want it to be as peak as it can be. The footage they have is next to none. It is phenomenal footage, especially the tank footage. They always seem to have fantastic tank footage. But I just feel like if they could contact the voiceover person and just be like, look, let's try and tone it down a bit more sensitive about the events. I'm sure the voiceover person would understand and get it, or maybe, yeah, I don't know.
With this shot, it finishes off the Russian tank. And here is how it looks from—
To be fair, this video is, February this year, so they might have changed the voiceover guy by now. Who knows?
From another angle.
Or updated it.
The enemy tank.
Jesus.
A finishing shot from the Ukrainians. Mission accomplished. Time to retreat.
Easy.
Another duel. This is the Russian tank. After the first hit, the tank bursts into flames.
Wow.
The Ukrainians strike again.
Look at that town. Kids were playing that town. There's probably a school there at one point, and now it's just rubble. Now it's just terrain for tanks to roam around. It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Target eliminated. This Ukrainian tank is heading to repel an attack. Ahead is a Russian tank. The firefight begins.
Yeah, so that rail system there was something similar for vehicles out in Afghan. It was to stop RPGs, which you can do research on. That's quite an impressive, simplistic way of preventing RPGs from going off. Because RPGs have basically like this pen. You got to hit the front for it to explode. So they would have like a rail system with me painted fingernails, and an RPG would go and it would get hit and get lodged, so it couldn't hit that trigger or pressure button on the front of the RPG. That's why I was making the analogy of the chains. But I think the chains on the other ones, I think that's to do with they must be to do with drones.
The first shell explodes near the enemy. Another shot. The enemy responds. The third shot manages to damage the Russian tank.
Yeah, that was a hit.
The enemy retreats.
I'm surprised it's still moving after that.
The Ukrainians fire at the retreating tank. An FPV drone steps in.
There you go. There's the drones.
But somehow, the damaged Russian tank miraculously escapes.
Still chugging. At what point, if you were in that tank, at what point do you decide to get out and just fucking run?
Can this armored group
You know what I
complete
mean?
the attack? Not likely. The Ukrainian tank is already waiting for them.
God, look at that field. Look at that. It just goes on forever and just craters after craters.
Shot is precise. Every round hits its target.
Boom. Quezzies. You notice how the tank's going? The tank's going back and forward constantly. It's not stopping. The Russian tank stopped. Back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. We always go. This is the exact same as boots on the ground. You might get taught different because SOPs are different. In the Royal Marines, we get taught if you're coming to a firefight, you break contact, right? Everyone spreads out, whatever your SOPs are. When you're on the ground or when you're behind something and you're starting to engage the enemy, you get a few shots off and then you move left and right a few feet. Few shots off, move to the left, few shots off, move to the left again, few shots, move to the right. You're moving in your little area, you're moving about after every single shot. You don't just take shots, stay there, take shots. You just got to keep moving a little bit. And what that does is it just prevents the enemy from knowing exactly where you are, like exactly. And you can imagine a whole troop in a line doing that, constantly just moving back and forward. Not only does it stop the enemy from knowing exactly where you are, it prevents them from knowing how many of you there are. There's loads of reasons for it. That tank's doing the exact same thing, although this is more to do with just a moving object's harder to hit. Moving object is hard to hit. It's as simple as that.
The Ukrainian tank deploys smoke screens and retreats. The Russian tanks explode.
There you go. That'll hurt in the morning.
And here is how this looks from another angle.
Same one gets hit. Pff, look at that. Done for.
This is what happens when the enemy loses their equipment.
What's going on?
Ukrainians, in a captured Russian tank, encounter a Russian APC.
Oh, shit.
They let it get as close as possible. One hit is enough to immobilize the...
So they took the Russian tank. I mean, you got to be careful because if a drone that you're not under communications with sees that Russian tank, they're going to go for it. So you got to be careful. But comms, again, comms has got to be absolutely spot on to make something like that successful.
APC. The Ukrainians finish off the Russian vehicle.
Phew.
This Russian APC is heading for an assault. A Ukrainian APC meets it and opens fire. A duel begins.
It's a duel. Look at that.
The Ukrainian APC shoots more accurately. And
Done.
here's the result. The enemy vehicle is captured. A Ukrainian warrior waves the flag.
There you go.
That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, go over to United 24. They are absolutely phenomenal. They are genuinely fantastic. Again, I wish that commentator was just a little bit more sensitive to the events. Do you know what I mean? But United 24, I know what they're like, and I've spoke to them quite a few times. They're an incredibly good bunch of people over there, really doing hard work. So go over there and support them if you haven't already, okay? Check out Chug, 10% off, link down below. And please check out Morale. Go follow @DrinkMorale on Instagram. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. What day is it today? It's coming out on Thursday. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll probably have videos up all weekend. Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be doing the classic, not classic, it's new, the new weekly news roundup, which I've been really enjoying. I enjoyed that. If you didn't see that on Saturday, just gone, I did a video where it was like a week's worth of military news, and I really enjoy that. To summarize the week, I'll be putting another one of them out on the weekend, so check that out if you want to turn on notifications, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Love you. Goodbye.